What's this? A letter for me.
Welcome to another episode of Remember the Great Sports Through the Mail Thursdays. Today I'm going to open 3 envelopes and I'm going to share with you the profiles of each of the players that I get back. Alright, so this first one is returned from former Pittsburgh Pirates lefty reliever, Bob Kipper on 1, 2, 3, and a 4th on a 1990 Donruss. So actually all Donruss except for that one in the corner there. So Bob Kipper, a Illinois native, was drafted by the California Angels in the first round out of high school in Aurora, Illinois. As a 17-year-old pitcher, he found himself playing for the California Angels low-level A affiliate. He would spend 3 years in Single A before 1985 moving his way up to Double A and Triple A. Well, in 1985, he would appear in 2 games at the Major League level with the California Angels before they decided to trade him to the Pittsburgh Pirates as a player to be named later. This is how the California Angels got George Hendrick from the Pirates. He was the player to be named later for George Hendrick primarily. Well, with the Pirates, he would appear in 5 games, but would then spend the next year, 1986, starting the year in Double A. He would get his chance to be called up to the majors again with the Pirates and would start 19 of 20 games that he appeared in with the Pirates in 1986. Well, 1987, he found himself back in Triple A. However, he would only spend 6 games in Triple A before being called up to the majors again as a starter primarily, appearing in 24 games, starting 20 of them. Well, that year he went 5-9, and going into the 1988 season, the Pirates decided to change him to a reliever. Well, as a lefty specialist out of the bullpen, he would appear in 50 games, posting a 3.74 ERA. He would follow it up in 1989 with a superb season of just a 2.93 ERA with a 3-4 record, appearing in 52 games as a reliever for the Pirates. Well, in 1990, he would appear in 41 games for the Pirates, repeating, having an ERA just right above 3, and would have a very decent season with the Pirates. 1991, he would struggle a little bit, and his ERA would go up to about 4.65. Finishing the 1991 season, the Pirates decided to let him go, and he signed a free agent deal with the Minnesota Twins. He would be part of the 1992 Minnesota Twins relief corps. He would spend most of the 1992 season with the Twins. However, on July 31st, the Twins decided to release Kipper from his contract. He would then not pitch in the majors after that point. He would miss the entire 1993 season and would spend 1994 pitching in the AAA affiliate for the New York Mets. Well, post-playing career, Kipper would become a coach. He would get involved with the Boston Red Sox organization, and even to this day is still involved with the Red Sox organization as a minor league instructor. He had a few stints as well as a coach with the Major League Red Sox team as a bullpen coach, but primarily over the years, basically most of the 2000s, he has been a minor league coach in some capacity, whether that's a roving coach, coaching at the rookie level, Double A, whatever. So thank you very, very much, Mr. Kipper, for signing. New addition to my collection. All right, so this next one is from former San Francisco Giant / San Diego Padre / Atlanta Brave, Mark Grant on 3 and a 4th. 1990 Donruss. Seeing a theme here with these Donruss cards. And part of the reason that I send a lot of Donruss cards is I have tons. I mean, out in my garage, I have rows of 88, 90, 91, 89 Donruss Commons. So ironically, Mark Grant was born in the same town as Bob Kipper. They didn't attend the same high school, however, they were both born in the same city. So that's kind of ironic I chose the 2 of them to be in this video together. So Mark Grant was drafted by the Giants in the first round of the 1981 draft out of high school. He would spend only a couple seasons in the minors, as he was only 17 years old when he started playing, and by the time he was 20 years old, he was making his major league debut with the San Francisco Giants as a starter. He would appear in 11 games, 10 as a starter, going 1-4 for the Giants in his stint with the Giants in that 84 season. Well, 1985, he would spend the entire year in AAA for the Giants, but in 1986, he would get called back up for 4 games with the Giants after going 14-7 in their AAA affiliate. Going into the 1987 season, Grant was used out of the bullpen and also started 8 games for the team. Well, midway through the 87 season, they decided to trade Grant to the San Diego Padres. He would go to the Padres and he would start 17 games for the Padres that season, finishing the year with 7 wins and 9 losses between the two teams. He would spend 1988, 1989, and 1990, part of 1990, with the Padres when the Padres traded him to the Atlanta Braves. He would spend all of 1990 with the Braves in the majors. However, the following year, I'm assuming due to some injury problems, he only appeared in 1 game in 1991 for the Braves AAA affiliate. Well, after the 1991 season, he was given his free agency and he signed with the Seattle Mariners. He would spend 1992 primarily for the Mariners, appearing in 23 games. However, he did spend some time in the minor league affiliate for the Mariners that year as well. After the 92 season, he left the team and he signed with the Houston Astros. However, he didn't last long with the Astros and he was traded to the Colorado Rockies in May of 1993. His tenure in Colorado was rough, to say the least, and he was then released from his contract from the Rockies in the 93 season. However, he caught on with the California Angels for the remainder of the year. Well, after the 1993 season, the Angels let him go, and he signed with the Cubs, where in 1995 he spent an entire year in AAA before finishing up his career playing in Major League Baseball. Well, after his career, he moved back to California, and he actually became a TV game analyst for the San Diego Padres. And to this day, he's on the radio and also does television broadcasts of the San Diego Padres in the booth. So you can very commonly hear Mark Grant either on the radio or on television if you're in the San Diego area. So I want to thank Mr. Grant for adding those autographs to my collection. And finally, this one is postmarked from Oklahoma. This one came back relatively quick because I live next to Oklahoma. And these are signed by, and these are a couple senior league autographs, signed by Bob Don't Call Me Shirley. Just kidding. That's not really his nickname, but if you get that reference, comment below. On 3 as a Yankee, and a 4th as a Yankee. And again, very happy to add a couple more senior leagues to my collection. So Bob Shirley was an Oklahoma native. He was actually drafted in the 38th round by the Dodgers out of high school. However, he chose to go to the University of Oklahoma instead. Well, while at the University of Oklahoma, the San Francisco Giants drafted him. However, he chose not to sign with the Giants and instead signed with the Padres in the first round of the 1976 draft. Well, after the draft in 76, he would only spend 1 year in the minor leagues as he was a college player, where he went 14-10 for the AA and AAA affiliate of the Padres. In 1977, Shirley would earn a spot on the Major League roster as a starter with the San Diego Padres. Well, in his rookie season, he won 12 games but lost 18 for the Padres at 23 years old. He would remain with the Padres until after the 1980 season when he was traded to the St. Louis Cardinals, where he would spend the 1981 season with the team. Well, after the 81 season, the Cardinals decided to trade him to the Cincinnati Reds, where he would then play the entire year with the Reds. After the 82 season, he became a free agent and he signed with the New York Yankees. His first year with the Yankees, he did start 17 games, but after that, he would only start a handful of games for the Yankees for the rest of his tenure in New York from 1983 to 1987. In June of 1987, the Yankees released Bob Shirley, and only a week later he signed with the Kansas City Royals. He only spent about a month with the Royals, and then the Royals released him from his contract, and he ironically went back to the Yankees. After the 1987 season, however, he was let go by the Yankees and he signed with the Toronto Blue Jays. However, he never appeared in a game in the majors with the Blue Jays, as he spent the entire year in AAA for the Blue Jays, appearing in 36 games in 1988. Well, post-playing career, Shirley would become a coach, starting out with the Toronto Blue Jays organization. And I would guess that they were so impressed with how he handled himself in his final year that they offered him a job. He would coach for a little while in the Blue Jays organization, including a stint at the major league level with the Blue Jays. And from there, I'm not really sure where he went after his coaching tenure with the Blue Jays. However, at this point, I believe he is retired, living in his home state of Oklahoma, and I'm very happy to add a couple more senior league autographs to my collection. I want to thank Mr. Shirley. I want to thank Mr. Grant. And I certainly want to thank Mr. Kipper as well for signing all my cards for me. I really appreciate it. I want to thank you for taking the time to watch, and I look forward to your comments below.